with the happenings in Edo State now, we are going to be hearing different version, different perspective to the issue on ground, and most especially what is happening right now concerning the House of Assembly that really met outside. The purported sitting last Thursday of 17 members of Edo State House of Assembly outside the assembly premises is a nullity, according to Abeni Muhammad, SAN. Mohammed, a human rights lawyer, in a chat with The Guardian in Ilorin, cited the Supreme Court decision in the case of Ola Koju, describing any legislative assembly outside the premises of the House as null and void. He said since the concerned lawmakers had allegedly submitted themselves to the decisions of the law court by taking their matters before the court of competent jurisdiction, the onus was on them to allow for judicial pronouncement rather than resorting to self-help. Mohammed canvassed restraint from any form of violence ahead, during and after the Edo State election polls slated for September 19 this year, noting that people's will remain the hallmark of a viable democracy. Another lawyer, Godi Uwazurike, said Edo was about to experience what Ekiti State suffered during the last governorship election, adding yesterday, which was on Thursday, was the first tentative step. Men who were not legislators, not sworn in accordance with the constitution, met in a private home, swore themselves in, elected new officers after impeaching an existing ones, and adjourned to today. In the meantime, police that cannot give protection from the kidnappers in Edo barricaded the House of Assembly. The Federal Control Press quickly accorded the action's legitimacy. More developments are unfolding. News is Obaseki versus Oshomole, where is Ezeyamo? He explained further, to be a legislator, one has to contest and win as a party-sponsored person. On a date fixed by the clerk of the House, the legislator-elect presents his certificate to return to the clerk for admission into the House. The governor proclaims the commencement of the legislature for 4 years. The clerk conducts election of the speaker and the deputy. They are sworn in, ditto the legislators elect. This constitution we are practicing directs us every step of the way. So what took place on Thursday was a tragic comedy of Shakespearean proportion. So guys, that is what is happening, and a lot of lawyers have put their own voice and their own perspective. They brought in their own perspective to this whole thing happening, and some people will still argue it the other way around. Our own is just to bring the news to the platform and let us hear from those who are gurus in all of these things, because I know a lot of things like that had really happened. You know, most of the time when things like this happen, we don't even follow them to a logical conclusion. Before you know, another incident will happen. Before you know, every other thing might be settled. They will say maybe internally, or you don't even know what happened, because Nigerians are always engrossed, or they are always faced with challenges on a daily basis. We are still talking of a Southern Kaduna, we are talking of a Riboko people in Borno State and in the north generally. We're talking about Esme, talking about this, talking about that. Now it is Edo now, though Edo has been on ground, but every day new things begin to unfold as far as this Edo election is concerned. You know, talks here and there. So who is now right, who is not right? Of course, abnormal things have become normal things that we celebrate. Even we celebrate things that are not befitting, things that are so shameful. We now accept them as the norm in this country. So even when you go to the judiciary, we are going to be hearing different things. The same way they were talking about Gideon. Oh, Gideon was right, was not right. You know, they were going back and forth. At the end of the day, those who wanted to go with Gideon, they went with him. And initially they rejected all of those. Of course, some people will tell you that, oh, even the governor himself, he sworn in some people at night in his, I don't know whether it was in a private house or whatever. You know, all of them, they're just doing some illegal things. If he does not favor a particular party, then they begin to look for sympathy here and there. And they have bastardized the politics and democracy we are even talking about. Nobody even knows the right thing in the first place. Okay. Someone says, these analysts are a bunch of sycophants. All this while they have been sitting in government house is legal. So also it is legal for the governor to remove the roofing of the assembly and use sands to block the entrance. People should have have conscience and know that one day they would meet their maker. And okay, who are you? Who are you from? Where are you from? Do you know the meaning of governor? Okay, why can't you people go to beer parlor to sitting as a legislator? My brother, get understanding. Stop being self-centered. Look beyond your personal issues. Last year's swearing in was done in the night against the normal time between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. Nobody complained. The governor removed the roofing of the House of Assembly. What do you call that? Those Edo House of Assembly elects are nothing but bunch of dramatic actors. Firstly, they took their matters to a court in Abuja. Secondly, the court has not ruled on the matter. They went to a private residence to swear themselves in an elected speaker. Very laughable. Where were the 14 illegal members before now? Where were they sleeping or traveled out? Why are they behaving like drunkards? For me, it is just because Nigeria has no pattern. Exactly. They have been failing from the onset. Those that followed Oshomole to destroy and cause war in Edo shall be consumed with fire. Oshomole will be disgraced again. APC has really made Nigeria a laughing stock before the international community. Oshomole Tinubu and the APC co-travelers are so sick to know what the spelling of the constitution as it relates to proclamation of assembly. I hope Buhari-led government won't set Nigeria ablaze one of these days. Of course, it's already happening. It's already happening. It's already happening. There's no doubt about that. Okay, some people are like, oh yes, these lawyers who have spoken, they've spoken well. My learned gentlemen. Should we be surprised? Let's go down the memory lane and investigate the role of Oshomole in National Assembly. Shut down few years back that led to DSS chief sacked them. Now so lawlessness reign in APC. Some lawyers just pass through law school without knowing what they study. Abeg comot from road make I wait I hear from Falana on these issues. Of course, you can't even counter what he said, whether it is true or not. You just say this. Okay, if they have not said what you want to hear, let us know what you think. Instead of throwing tantrum to all of this. Of course, Nigeria is a place where there's no system in place. Even the system that we assume or we think is in place, nobody follows it. Nobody follows the system. When it favors them, that is why they will not be shouting rule of law, rule of law, rule of law. I remember when Tinubu was even referring to what is happening in the UK, the way things have been done in the UK. I was like, seriously? The way things have been done in the UK, the kind of position you are holding, is that the way they do it there? The way things are being done, the way you guys, all of you are doing, is that the way they do it in UK? Is that how somebody will just hold people to ransom and the people will be falling for them because of money? All those who are their supporters because of what they want to get, because somebody has been able to hijack the treasury of the state or the country. So the rest people just have to fall in line. Is that how they do it in the UK? And they will be referring to the US. So this is how it's being done. The way and manner those people lead their people, they recognize them, they see them as human beings. Is that the same thing can we say of the same thing in Nigeria, where the people are just at the mercy of the so-called politicians? They have weaponized with the society and the people with poverty, and that's why a lot of people do not even think straight because of what they want to get. They will throw everything in the bush, whether APC or PDP, because all of them, they are brothers and sisters. So guys, let us hear your opinion. Leave your comment below and let's know what you think.